That's truly unfortunate. Yeah, yes. Let's try again. Okay. And welcome, Mini Mama. And go. That's amazing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I've never actually had that happen to me before.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling away,
I think the next map just didn't load in fast enough.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
his boss's office.
Here's the door, just go.
That's good. So you were saying, JDM, about this taking about 40 minutes? This will take an hour now. It's fine. PC needs more coal. I've never had... That has never... I've seen it happen to other people where I think like...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
they try to go back and forth between the door to like trick the game into like unloading stuff. But I didn't do any of that, so I don't know why it fell through. It just didn't load for me. It's unfortunate.
Television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Nice.
Stanley thought to himself.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
flawless.
reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom, this mind-controlled facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to
accept it blindly?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Yeah, like...
It was unthinkable.
I would like to revisit City Skylines again at some point, because I have the game, and I do have all the DLCs. Let's say I have creative ways of getting it.
The heart of the operation. Controls.
But yeah, I want to like play it through again.
Or sad.
It's also very just chill to play.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that
There you go.
Oh, Stanley.
Now it's a 4.5 minute wait. Let's go.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley.
Is it really 10 years old? Holy shit. That's crazy.
You need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off.
No way is it 10 years old.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find
2015. It came out 2015. What? It's right now it's 7 years old. 2015 video. According to Wikipedia, I don't know. It's like an early access version. Nope. 10th of March 2015 was the first release of City Skylines.
Let's say 2 minutes. Now this
You're talking about the different time zones. You're talking about the SimCity game, which will be 10 years. The awful EA game, SimCity.
We have so little time left to enjoy it.
It's so bad. I have it on my... I bought it when it came out because I was like excited for it. But God, it was so bad.
About me, where we're going. What all this means.
Like City Skylines was better in every way. Completely destroyed that franchise.
Where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do. I
Anyway,
I bought it because City Skyline wasn't there at the time, and I think I saw like SimCity 4. I'm like, okay, this was cool. And I heard that they were releasing a new SimCity, and I was like, okay, I'll just wait for the new one and try it out.
Pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
The guys just said this was
I let the office sink into the ground.
I said straight after. I'm doing Stanley Parable first. I knew. God damn it.
Events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control.
I'll try to get a good PB in this category, and then we're gonna go to Stray. Return to Stray.
Come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Only 34 seconds.
This so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
I'm gonna alt tab, but I might break stuff. If it breaks stuff, it won't break stuff. Nice.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen.
Everything should be working on my...
This room. These numbers.
I just woke up and had a pretty short attendance.
Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything. Something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
SimCity 2000. I can't...
Do you have any idea
how old
what
is
your purpose
SimCity
in this
2000? Let's look at that.
But you really believe there's an answer?
SimCity series.
Looking desperately for a solution.
Yeah, that's a dumb question. How old is SimCity 2000? Is 22 years old. It's so stupid.
Each time you
oh yeah, I'm on a weekend brain. Oh my god, I'm on a weekend brain right now.
Over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again.
Stanley died again.
Stanley died again. And Stanley died again.
Stanley keeps dying.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown.
Oh, SimCity 2000 came out in 1993. Never mind.
Let it go peacefully. Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same.
Oh yeah, okay, I've seen this game. I recognize this.
Believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say
happily ever after. Dead. Stanley died again. 8 7 6 5 4 3 Yay!
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Stanley decided to go up to his coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs
to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Here's the door, just go.
Nice. I've been pretending for 3 hours. Oh my god.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I have nothing planned for Halloween, so probably not.
The door behind
Fortunately.
him was shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Maybe I could buy a bucket.
At this
it's like
point, Stanley was
10 euros or something.
Concerted effort to walk
I could remake the emote, you know, and have that for my Halloween costume, but not sure if I'll be let into any bars because they won't understand the reference. dressing up as Stanley. That could be a Halloween costume. But then again, people won't know what this character is.
Life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
We do see him in the insane ending, like we see his player model. Just a generic, like, Half-Life character, I think.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
Brown top, dark brown pants,
metal jaws,
and that's it.
In a single visceral instant.
That's how we put your Stanley, leave it at that.
As the machine crushed every bone.
Yes, I'm Stanley, what are you talking about? I'll just gaslight them into thinking that they're the one who doesn't know. Name tag that says Stanley. Oh, I could be. That's actually pretty funny. I should look into that. Oh my god.
Alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
There we go.
Oh, look at
I'll be a scientist, nice.
How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I kind of want, like, I remember, like, I think a few years, like last year, I wanted to have
they need one another.
That inflatable sumo outfit.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
And I thought it'd be pretty funny trying to ride a bike while wearing the inflatable sumo outfit. But then
stop the program before they both fail. Push escape.
I realized that that's gonna be or an inflatable dino. That would be pretty funny to see on the bike, but I'm probably gonna get stopped by the police because it's not safe.
Choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
Don't let time. Oh, Stanley died again. Eight, 7, 6. Yay!
It's bucket time.
It's bucket time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I'd like to get like one of those inflatable costumes, but I'm also like lazy to buy one.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth.
Pretty funny though.
Now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's
like the inflatables, or like just like a sumo outfit that makes it like very bulky. That's more inconvenient compared to a inflatable T-Rex, because you're just bigger in general.
Stanley was once again
that's gonna be pretty funny. Trying to ride a bike using that costume.
Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Waiting every game on this in
This is
December.
certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh really, Minnie? What makes you think that? What makes you think the T-Rex is impractical? You have the you have the tail, right? You have the massive tail.
Stanley and the bucket walked.
How do you sit down on those then?
Mind control.
I've not thought of that. Can you sit down without it being like really annoying?
Stanley and the bucket would both
you don't. Okay.
The door behind them was not shut.
You're forced to just stand up everywhere you go. Booty shapes as you walk. That's an appeal to some people, I guess. The chair, yeah, you have to get like a bar stool or something, and that's like trying to even sit on a bar stool in an inflatable T-Rex outfit sounds difficult. How am I getting my, look at that. Look at that consistency. Crazy. Doors aren't, oh my god.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the
my university is going to be open
had turned out
on the day of Halloween.
Sure, it puts the
Like
mind
our
and
classes
the soul at ease
back
to embrace the
on the
bucket.
31st. I think 31st is a Monday, so it could be classes again. That'd be pretty funny.
And he sort of kicked
Just
himself
people come into class in their Halloween outfits.
Farewell, Stanley.
I guarantee I'm even gonna do that. I won't be surprised if like schools
Farewell, Stanley,
open as
cried the
normal
narrator,
on Monday.
as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Bucket disappear. 3, 2, 1.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
It's a glorious bucket to behold.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is
What games are coming out in December? Like actually, like what big names? Like, are there any big games coming out in December? I haven't been following a lot of it. I know I'm waiting till probably January before I buy the new Football Manager because I don't care about it right now. Oh yeah, Need for Speed, right? Need for Speed's coming out. Very curious as to how it looks. Like how crazy those like effects you have on the car. I wonder how interesting they look. I know that a lot of people didn't like the amount of shit you can put on your car. How much is 7 core prices? Okay. You need 2 big names, so fair enough. 8. Nice. 7. 6. 5. 4. Yay. Okay, lesson learned. I'm not gonna walk into that room. I'm gonna wait in that first room and not touch anything, just to avoid breaking stuff.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We're gonna look at number 12. There you go.
He considered the possibility
number 12.
of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was
549 for Need for Speed, 569 for
Stanley. Maybe,
Fantasy.
he thought to himself,
$1,000.
I am crazy.
That's in your currency, right? It's not actually in that's in your currency, right?
Single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any.
So the game's costing you $500, like US dollars. That's a lot of money, my dude.
Did he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that,
the benefit of this ending,
were starting to look
I can really have a toilet break, and just the run can just keep going. I'll be right back.
This is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams...
Ah, okay, Senor Currency, gotcha.
This was not a dream. How could it be?
No, just I'll probably watch some gameplay of Need for Speed. I'm very interested in seeing what it looks like.
Responsibility for himself. Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been.
There's no, yeah, there's nothing else really releasing, isn't there?
Was quite a shock to Stanley. After all,
like a lot more of the bigger games are coming out next year.
This was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
I mean, I guess December GTA DLC, I guess that's the,
surely,
that's something interesting maybe.
He would prove it.
Oh god, it's gonna have
prove that he was in control. That this was a dream.
Yeah. GTA is just, yeah.
And he invited himself to wake up. He felt that...
Oh, is there gonna be a new Forza Motorsport? That's nice.
The fresh air of a world.
What was the last one? I played like the 361 years ago, like Forza 4, I think.
I'm through with this dream.
That was my last Forza.
To be over.
Because then they started being Xbox One and Game Pass exclusive or whatever, or Windows Store exclusive.
All I want. I want my.
But yeah, nap time, guys. Be quiet.
And my wife, and my job.
I'll pause the music because it's a bit loud.
All I want is my life
there you go.
Exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Okay, Minia, wake up, Minia, wake up, Minia, wake up, Minia, wake up, start screaming, Minia, start screaming.
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss, I have an office, I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must
give you a bit of panic attack. Enjoy your nap, Minia.
Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Funny thing was, you said it right as Stanley was closing his eyes. I thought it was a joke about this ending.
Mariella woke up
so
on a day
enjoy your nap anyway.
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk.
But there you go. That's Stanley, I think. So he has like a white long sleeve top. It could be a sweater, and then black jeans and like work boots. That's
brief moments, she considered
that's fair, Minia. That's fair. The timing was too good.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
All right, don't worry about it. Enjoy your nap.
She thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
I have a long sleeve white shirt like that.
In a certain way, seeing this man
I have a long sleeve white shirt, but it's not like a sweater or a polo. So that's gonna look odd. I do have black jeans and I do have like shoes that look like that, so I can kind of pull off Stanley, I think. I just need the badge that says that my name is Stanley. And let's see if there's anybody who recognizes the character. They're pretty funny. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, come on, 3, 2, 1. Unfortunate. Very sad.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? It's bucket time.
Don't you dare give me a long hallway game. Thank you.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility
here again. I'm not gonna tempt anything.
He had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that?
Yeah, I've been following Josh's runs on therun.gg. I've seen him like reset a few times. Just unfortunate.
He thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday
isn't my bucket.
Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
Very
Now
odd.
he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley.
Last time was 4 minutes ahead, but he made a huge mistake from
He
here.
had to
Oh,
find
he
the
lost
bucket.
4
He had
minutes.
to return
God,
to
that's
his old
awful.
friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then
Really unfortunate from
he was
him.
dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
What?
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story.
It is not gonna pay me because I messed up. I didn't get a short hallway. That's fine.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her
Yeah, I
bucket
saw.
of
I saw
comfort,
yesterday he got his new
walked
PP,
towards
but I saw the graph,
And it could have been close to a 4-hour run. I feel so bad for him. He lost. What was it? He lost like 10 minutes or something insane on that second last split.
Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving.
Yeah,
about an
this
narrator
is
describing all of his actions,
most
how
likely
everything
Stanley,
is
yeah.
predetermined and free will
Very
and
basic
inevitable,
outfit.
and it's all just a
Good
video
color
game.
scheme, you know.
It
Black
would
and
all
white's
have
always a
been
very
prevented
solid
if
palette.
Only he'd taken his bucket with him.
If only he had
Perhaps he
taken
didn't
his
even realize
bucket.
He'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time
Yeah.
for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total
Let's see
clarity.
how bad this run is.
Heck
The
yes,
shop
she
is
thought
over
to
here.
herself. My life kicks ass, and she
Backflipped
backflipped
all the way to work. There we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. My God. 2. 1. Oh well.
All
Very
of his
disappointing.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meet. It's bucket time.
Okay. I was gonna be so annoyed if I got a long hallway there. It's fine. We still have time save later on because
the bucket calling to him, telling him
I don't think these are the endings where I got the long hallway. Maybe it is for like insane. I don't know.
The bucket turned out to be correct. No, never mind. The bucket
We'll see
was
how it
wrong.
goes.
Stanley took the door on his left to go, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh yeah, that mistake. I forgot I did that in this run, right? Oh yeah, I'm guaranteed the PB then, because I shouldn't make that
We've
mistake.
come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't.
I need to remember not to do that. Yep, I need to remember.
Content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
Bucket?
Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket.
Yeah, that was like
too much
a 2-minute time loss. Something
Don't you
insane.
want another story involving the Adventure
God.
Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Should be 4 seconds off world record right now of the other unrestricted category.
Remember all those great jokes from the original
I'll be so good if I can beat a unrestricted category run with a glitchless run. That'd be so good. I want to do that.
The fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly
I can do
like
it.
this.
I
But
believe.
if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Ding.
I think it'll make a wonderful
prepare
new
for
addition
a
to the
laggy
rich lore
moment
of
of the
Stanley
stream.
Parable. True, it also was
I
not
think
in
I
the
know
original game, but it's
the
such a
solution to
well-fleshed
fixing
out
this
character
lag,
with
but
so much
I made a
personality
run,
that
so
to
I
me,
can't be
it
bothered to
already
change it right
feels
now.
as though it's been part of the
I
cast
think it
all
has
along.
something to
Did you
do
agree?
with being full screen, like borderless full screen.
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for
That
you.
causes issues with OBS for some
Go ahead
games.
now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
There you go.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear
There it
you
is.
say, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you
I love
see,
how it
if
jumps
you were to
frames here, it's
really
pretty fun.
explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for
I'll
after
click over
this.
here to stop the lag.
Okay,
There you
the
go.
Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
He's died again, Stanley. God damn it, Stanley. And lag, here it is.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Magnificent. Yeah, massive PB. What? What? Okay, powerful. 7. What the fuck? Where did this come from? What?
When Stanley came to a set of
Did I get a long hallway in this part? That's why it's really bad?
Stanley knew it perfectly.
I'm so
well.
confused.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Well, hell yeah.
lounge first,
Double monitor
just
time.
for
Let's
a
go. I love double
Wow.
monitors. So good.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
What
left.
happened in my last Bucket Destroyer run? I can't remember.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you were very powerful. 8. 7, 6. Oh, it's cheap. Nice.
It's bucket time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had...
34 inches curve. Ah, fancy.
Was simply the
very fancy.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind.
The bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Nice.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
200 Hong Kong dollars. That's not bad.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors.
Pretty decent for a 34-inch curve,
Stanley
actually.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It was okay.
Standing now
Up,
in
not
this
yet.
incredible room, Stanley but eager to get back to business,
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it. Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
8, 7, 6, 5. Nice.
Oh, it's bucket time.
It's bucket time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind.
The bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive. Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Okay, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Nice. Okay, don't fuck it up, DiNmiTe.
What could it mean?
Do not fuck it up.
When Stanley came to a set of 2,
Get it in your head.
this was not
Don't
the
mess this
correct
up.
way to the meeting room.
Get the
And
right
Stanley knew it perfectly
timing
well.
to get on the
Perhaps he wanted to
platform.
stop by
Don't
the
jump the
employee
gun
lounge first,
like you did
just
last
to
time.
admire it.
Be smart.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business.
Stanley
took the
opened first open door on his left. Don't be dumb. I can do this.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing.
There we go, we did it!
In the middle of something
Yes!
you have zero consideration for others.
When he says story, it's like around that time I have to jump.
I don't know how to convince you.
There
of
we
this, but
go.
I really do want to
Got
help you,
it.
to show you something
Beautiful.
Look, Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
The record in the other category is a 38-45.
Running and running and running.
Could be possible.
Right now.
You can try.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just
stopped.
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley. No! Oh, no. No, no.
Oh, no.
Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other... My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
One more after this.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart.
Oh, this could be the record. Yay! 38-10. Let's go.